So 2020 has been the year where we have all been locked inside of our homes, if you were following the rules. Surrounded by all of the things that we own, or if you're like me, only half of the things you own because the rest of your belongings are locked in a storage unit 8 hours away from you. Anyway, and what you might have figured out by now is some things that you have that you really enjoy, or things that you've purchased to make your time locked inside your home just a little bit better. So this is a favorites video. I like favorites videos. I haven't done one in like 3 years because, I don't know, I just go, oh, hey, now I have a lot of things that I think I can make a video about. I'm gonna do that now, even though I've had these things as favorites for like years. So this is that. I like favorites videos. I think they're very relaxing and chill to watch. So if you also like favorites videos, then sit back and grab a drink, chill out, and I hope you enjoy hearing me talk about a whole bunch of things that I like in the hopes that perhaps you might find something in this video that you also like. That's the secondary working title. It's not as concise as favorites. Yeah, okay. Hi y'all, it's Annelies. I came up with categories. I'm trying to be organized because videos where I just kind of like get to talk about stuff that I like can turn into like 45-minute videos, so I'm trying to keep this concise. But I have a couple categories. We have things for my home, which is like bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, home, you know? Then I also have things for my health or beauty, tech things, things on me or for me, which would like constitute like personal things that I enjoy. And then consumable things, which includes eating consumption and like entertainment and like audio visual consumption. Timestamps are in the description, and all the links for all the things that I talk about, if I can find a link for said thing, will be in the description too. So if you like it as much as I do, you can go get yourself one and then we could be twins. So without further ado, you get to come along with me in the house. This is a new house, by the way. You don't know that I moved. I mean, maybe you do. You'll see this house soon. Don't worry about it. But let's get into the favorite things. Come on, come with me. Okay, starting off the things for my home category. We're going to like, this could be used anywhere in your home. And these are these little drawer organizers from the Container Store. And then they have long ones too. They were cheap, they're easy, they go everywhere, and they're really sturdy. If you just like organizing things in your drawers, these are fantastic. I love them. Now you thought that was gonna be the only basket type thing on this list. Gotcha. We've got another basket, and these are from Target. I just got these baskets because all of my belongings, including my dressers, are in a storage unit 8 hours away from me. So I've just been using this cheapo plastic one, but that's not a room for all my things. Also, bathing suits. I have too many, I know. This little wire basket thing is great for holding this in here. Then I have one for my socks. They're nice, they're sturdy, and they can be used for more than just this. So once I have my regular dresser back and I put these in my dresser drawers, I can then use this for other things. If you're looking for baskets, Target has a great selection. You're gonna see Target featured throughout this video quite a bit. Next is this yoga mat. I wanted one at the beginning of quarantine. Tried ordering that one on Amazon and it took like 3 months to get to me, but then my mom found this one at Walmart. It does the job. It was great for when I had hardwood floors, so that way I could work out and stretch. It's portable and it's cheap, but it's nice. And like, you can, you know, do all the things and you don't slip. It's a good time. Just take my word on it. I would have chosen a different color, to be completely honest, but beggars can't be choosers. So I don't know if I'm the only person to have a favorite screwdriver, but this has been my favorite screwdriver for like literally 10 years. I don't know what brand it is or anything like that, but Old Glory has been replaced with this Husky ratcheting screwdriver. I personally believe everybody needs to own a ratcheting screwdriver, and the reason why ratcheting screwdrivers are great is because if you're turning something in, it like, do you hear that? So, how do you explain? If you're twisting something in, instead of having to continually rotate the screwdriver, you can just go back and then it only gives you room to go back one. I don't know, somebody Google a ratcheting screwdriver because this is just great. It's a really handy tool. And there's a setting to where it can be not ratcheting, so it just does the little twisties and secret compartment for extra bits. And it came with all these bits too. A lot of bits, a lot of options, tons of shapes in here. You gotta love it. If you're just a person who lives in an apartment or by themselves or what, you always need a screwdriver. Have one that has multiple bits. Have a ratcheting one to just make your life so much easier. It feels good in the hand. I didn't know I was ever gonna be able to replace this one, but I found my new favorite. Also, it was only like 20 bucks, so the only thing I don't like about my new house is I have to go downstairs to go to the kitchen. And there's a thing in the kitchen I need to show you. I was never one to own a fruit bowl. And then I got this from Target. Like I said, featured many times. It has this banana hook thing. It holds many apples and it looks nice with like any decor, and it's cheap. That's also a theme throughout this video. It's just good. It looks really nice. We've moved on to the bathroom, and this $2 gadget is the best drain catcher. If you have hair and you take baths or showers, which I hope you do, you need this because I've had those stupid metal and aluminum ones before, and then it just gets all nasty in the thing. Save your drains and just spend $2 on this freaking thing. It just goes in there. There's these little grabby boys on top to catch your hair. I don't know who invented this, but they deserve a lot of money because it's very, very good. Okay, oh, there's a lot of clothes just hanging here. These are all clean, I promise. The next thing is this. This is a mesh bag. Now, these are good for like your delicate clothes or things you need to wash, but they're perfect for masks. You put masks in here, you don't have to worry about them getting all twisted up and tangled up, and then you just take them out of the wash. I got a pack of like 4 of these. They're a good time. Wash your masks. Please wash your masks. The next thing in my things for the home list are these 2 thingamajigs, and they are makeup organizers. This one is specifically for palettes, and then this one here is for just everything else. They're so amazing. They're from the Container Store. I got them on sale, so I don't know if they'll still be on sale. But just, these are all the makeup things I own, and they fit so beautifully. It looks so fancy. This thing even comes out. I'm in awe. So I intentionally saved the makeup organizer for last in that category because it's an excellent transition into things for my health or my beauty. Okay, let's start with something that's in this actual container, which is the Benefit Gimme Brow. No, it's the Precisely My Brow Pencil. I got recommended this 2 years ago from the lady at the Ulta store, and she was hired for the Benefit Brow Counter, and guess what? She got me sold on a Benefit Brow product, which I never thought I would be. This is like my new favorite brow pencil. I talked about this in my last favorites video. It's still really good, but this is nice. I have it on my eyebrows right now. If you fill in your eyebrows, I recommend checking out this. For my eyebrow color, I use the color 2. Then moving on in the realm of beauty is these reusable cotton rounds. They are microfiber or something like that. You just wash them and they're nice and big, and then they come with a little bag so that way you can put the dirty ones in there and then just throw the whole thing into the wash, and then you're not buying new cotton rounds all the time. Better for the environment, and also these are just honestly nicer and they work better than the ones I would buy, just the single-use ones. So next in the beauty things, where did it go? I left, oh. It's right in front of me. I had my last hair straightener for like 10 years. It was given to me by like my childhood best friend for my 16th birthday, out of the package, the brand I had never heard of. And then it broke like a year ago and almost set my hair on fire. So I didn't have a hair straightener for a really long time. But then one of my best friends, Jessica, had this one. And then I bought it because I loved using her so much. It's like 20 bucks at Target. Once again, Target coming in clutch. I think the one I had was probably expensive because it looked fancy. And this does the same exact thing. That's how I straightened my hair today in like 5 seconds. Once again, I wish it wasn't purple. Why are all these things purple? I mean, purple's fine. I just wish it was orange, but like whatever. Not a big deal. I'm not mad about it. Don't worry about it. The drawer organizers, they make a comeback. They're everywhere. I told you, I put them everywhere. Oh gosh. The last thing on my things for health and beauty list is this bottle of hand sanitizer that I actually got a bottle just like this like 3 or 4 years ago. They're finally back in stores. It is nothing fancy, it's just hand sanitizer. Use hand sanitizer, wash your hands, you know, don't touch your face. But what's great about this, It's so nice and easy. It's just a good time. You get the perfect amount. You don't have to worry about it exploding everywhere, because I've ruined shirts with hand sanitizer exploding all over me. Is it dumb to have a favorite bottle of hand sanitizer? You know, in 2020, it's not. It really isn't. We're gonna go into the tech corner, also known as my desk, so I can talk to you about my favorite tech things. Yes! My favorite. So we are in the tech corner, even though we were technically here earlier, but now we are in the tech corner. And I could honestly do a whole video about my tech favorites, but we're just gonna talk about a few right now. One, I bought this when I lived in Florida, later than I should have. This is a tiny mini fan that is just a delight, especially for the purpose of, oh, it's so strong. Being in Florida, this thing is great. Also just like theme parks and traveling. It charges with micro USB. It's a real good time. It stands up like this. There's a little loop-de-doo doodad at the bottom that you could put a necklace thing in there if you wanted to, but also you can do this. It has little grippy feet on the bottom, and then you can stand on your desk so nicely. I've used this a lot. Just like a personal fan. Also, when I was going on walks during the summertime before all the fires hit and you couldn't really go outside because of this whole smoke thing happening in California, this was great. Oh, there's another thing. I didn't put this on the list. I'm gonna talk about this first. This little tripod. So let me tell you a quick story. This is for your phone. You put your phone in there, and then it was actually a clip, a mount, a grip, whatever you want to call it, that came with a selfie stick. And since it's just a regular like screw nonsense at the bottom, I've screwed it onto this tiny tripod, and in the age of only communicating through FaceTime or Zoom, this setup, this is fantastic. I use this all of the time. This is like almost always out, just like sitting on my desk or like back in this corner, because I use it that often. Another thing I use really often is this light. I want to do a video where I talk about all of my equipment and all that stuff, but this is just a tiny little newer LED light. It was like 25 or 30 bucks. It has a lot of power to it. And actually, when there was a power outage in Irvine when I was in college, I had this light. It lit up my bedroom completely. It's battery powered, so as long as you have the batteries charged, you're good. I use it for when I'm doing like a Zoom call or something. I just reflect it off that back part of my desk or off of a wall. I also use this almost every single day. See, now I can just put this here and have my list. This is so stupid. Another favorite I have is an app, and it's an app that I use on my iPad Pro, and it's called Procreate. If you do any sort of drawing or lettering or graphic design or anything like that, I would really recommend looking into Procreate if you've never used it. I do a lot of like, this is a lettering piece I've worked on that I drew. I also design a lot of thumbnails on here. I did like this doodle for my Instagram for 2,000 subscribers. I did this one. It's just a really great, super awesome app that I also use like every day, whether I'm editing a photo, editing a thumbnail, or just doing some sort of hand lettering or doodling. iPad Pro, great. I made a whole video talking about why I think an iPad is great, but Procreate is one of my favorite apps. Yes, I'm going to be a basic bitch for like 5 seconds. I love my Nintendo Switch. This thing is fantastic. I have had it for like 2 years. It was a gift from a friend. Thank you so much. And I've been meaning to make a video on it for a really long time, so I think that's going to be coming soon, but like everybody else in quarantine, has been playing Animal Crossing. The Nintendo Switch. If you haven't heard about it by now, it's great. It's great. It's great. If you want to see like a review on it, or like a from a non-gamer's perspective type of video, and you have any questions for me about the Switch, like if you're thinking about getting one, leave it in the comments. I'll try to include that in my upcoming video about this. But yeah, the Switch, it's great. It's a great quarantine activity. Okay, now we're in the last tangible category. This is things on me or for me. And listen, yes, I'm a 25-year-old lady, and there's a video that is coming out soon about these little things behind me. But these are called Disney Washables. Hear me out for like 5 seconds. They're so cute and they're so squishy, and like I need to figure out a cute display situation for this, but like, look, it's a banshee from Avatar. It's Grandpappy. He's so cute. It's a little Jungle Cruise skipper that looks like eerily like Walt Disney. How cute. Where's the hippo? Sleeping Beauty Castle. Space Mountain, also known as an onion. Hollywood Tower of Terror. The Epcot Bowl. I just really enjoy collecting these things. Literally fight me. They're harmless. They're very cute. And since I can't go to Disney right now, even though I was collecting them before Disney turned off, I love them. They make me happy, and I just need to find a nicer way to display them. It looked cute, and then I got too many. Moving on, we're done talking about this. This is a back roll thing. Let's move from something very childish to something that talks about how geriatric I am, and that is my back pain is literally so bad while just sitting. Always, I have issues sitting in chairs. Comes when your legs don't work great all the time. Somewhere or something, I don't remember, something, my physical therapist, something lower back support. I don't know, but I always have lower back support issues. I got this, like, it's a really, once again, another squishy thing, except this does not look as cute as this. But this is nice because it has this little seatbelt type strap that can go around the back of a chair. And then also it's really squishy, and then this could attach to like a suitcase too, but it is just like the perfect amount of squish for like a lower back support type dealio. I saw this on Amazon, saw the reviews, and kind of went like, this looks like what I'm looking for, and I'm so glad it worked. Ooh, okay, another thing that is right here conveniently placed that I swear to God, I did not plan this. My bullet journals. So I got this bullet journal from Amazon and this bullet journal from Walmart, and honestly, like, I just like the color of this one better, but otherwise they're both really nice and fantastic. And I really got into, like, I don't want to say bullet journaling. I have gone down the rabbit hole of bullet journal videos on YouTube, and that is not at all what I do. But honestly, like, this one just kind of became like my life / YouTube bullet journal, and then this one became my like video planning bullet journal. If you're looking for any sort of like planner or notebook, I would really recommend a bullet journal, which is just means, what a bullet journal means is that it just has these little dots to make a grid, and then you can kind of create your own lines or create your own calendar or planner or grid or whatever. And also they're like a perfect size too. I kind of stopped a little bit, I got off the wagon for it, but every time I turn to the, I don't know, they're good. They're just a good time. I don't know how else to explain it without getting into the concept of bullet journaling, but even if you just need a notebook, they're nice. We're going, come with me, and you'll see a new world. Not a lot of imagination, but it's fine. I just moved. Give me some slack. Okay, you guys have to promise not to laugh.
Wow.
I'm not personally in a place to where I'm feeling like this space is gonna involve me doing a fashion show in bathing suits. However, if I was gonna make a favorites video, I felt it was only necessary to talk about my favorite thing that I have not used, and that is not only this bathing suit, but this one. I think this is a look. If I can be completely honest, I am a fashion visionary. Maybe I was a little sad that I wasn't gonna be able to go swimming or go to the beach. Maybe I saw an ad online for this bathing suit and it was on sale for like 60% off, and then maybe I just said, okay, I'll buy another one, even though I haven't used the first one to begin with this year, and I will not at all this year. I'm a grown adult. Let me spend my money how I want to, okay? Aerie, sponsor me. I'm doing such a great job at showing off your product. Come on, man. Speaking of favorite things though, that is, these shorts. These are great shorts. They are awesome. They are comfortable. They are just a really good time. And they are the thing I wear almost every day. These are the most comfortable pair of biker shorts I've ever worn. They are the cheapest pair. I have a pair that are from Pink that I do not want to say how much money I paid for them. These I paid $20 from Target. Yeah, Target. This is the Target show, everybody. These are great. They come in different lengths. I just can't say enough good things. Okay, oh, you can't see in the mirror yet? Yes, okay. So, this is gonna be a really controversial statement that I make, and I'm aware that I might lose subscribers for this, and it's a risk I'm willing to take. They have a lot of paint on them too. They're very loved right now, and they actually kind of give them a little bit of character. It's kind of cute. It's a moment. I wear these damn Crocs Just take a look. They're versatile, they're comfortable. You can also, can you see it? Can you see it? They have Mickey Mouses on them. Look at that. To be honest, I do have to say I wear my gray ones more than my black Mickey ones. They're more of a summer croc, you know? The gray is definitely more of a summer vibe. What I'm gonna do when, oh my God. I just thought about rainy season coming up soon. And if I'm not able to wear Crocs, dude, what am I gonna, who am I kidding? I'm not gonna be leaving the house. There's still a pandemic. Just let me paint you a picture real quick. It's 2005, and there was this tall little Dutch girl walking the playground in tie-dye yellow and green Crocs. And although she did pride herself on being a fashionista, she would try to wear those tie-dye yellow and green Crocs with any outfit that it was remotely matching. That little girl is me. And I've been dreaming of having Crocs since my feet could no longer fit into those tie-dye yellow and green Crocs. They're also cute. I'm sorry, I think these are fun. I wanna get gibbets that you put in here. I've talked so long about Crocs right now. It's 2020, so yeah, I have a mask wall. I did get more hooks for this. These are not all my masks. Also, some of them are in the wash. Among this a beautiful array, these ones my mom made for me. Look at how cute they are. These are amazing. Unfortunately, my mom is not taking orders right now, so I did not feel like it would be fair to you to say, look at my favorite mask that you cannot get. So my second favorite mask is going to be my Shop Disney masks. These are just such good masks. They fit over my big old face. They come in cute patterns. They also they're comfortable. And the thing I like the most is, as you can see, I'm talking a whole bunch right now and it has not moved at all. And I can make big facial expressions. For my head shape, I wear the large ones, but they just recently came out with extra large as well as some more patterns. And I'll definitely be investing in some more of the Shop Disney ones because they're great. We're on to the last category of this huge, mega, insane favorites video of 2020. And that is the category is consumable things. Now, I ran downstairs for my favorite thing that I've been literally consuming besides water, drink your water, is this. It's Simply Lemonade with raspberry. I got this on a whim. It sounded pretty good, and boy, was it good. If you are a lemonade person, if you are a raspberry lemonade person, if you are a pink lemonade person, do yourself a favor. It's so good. Everything else on this list is media, mind, entertainment consumption. This is the only food thing I had here. And my first two things on this list, I have finally done one of the things I've been wanting to do for so long, and that is get into reading. And so these are the two books I'm reading right now. I have 10 books on my shelf of things that I want to start reading, or new books that I've gotten or whatever. Most of these I've been sitting on for a really long time and just have never taken the time or just been too busy or overwhelmed to read. And the first one that I started off quarantine was The Actor's Life: A Survival Guide by Jenna Fisher. Jenna Fisher played Pam in The Office. She's been in many things, and if you are an actor, you need to read this book. There is so much helpful information in here. I've only gotten a little bit past halfway, and yes, I do use Pokemon cards as my bookmarks. This is a fantastic book. I don't know how else to put it. She has so much experience. This is, I think, one of the most helpful books I've ever read as an actor. And the next one is the Steve Jobs biography by Walter Isaacson. Steve Jobs is a very fascinating person, and I've been wanting to read this for a while. I actually got this book 2 years ago at a book sale. It is a big, hefty boy. So far, this is an amazing book. Also, it's very pretty. The book by itself, it's just very pretty. And now moving on to the final section of this section, and that's the media, the YouTubers, the TV shows, the podcasts, and the music. And no, I definitely didn't have my microphone die on me while I was filming yesterday, and now it's the next day, and I just changed my shirt to keep with the continuity, even though my hair is different. What? Why would you assume something so specific like that? That's so weird of you. Now, with that out of the way, each of these sections I could honestly talk about for a really long time. It's featuring some of my favorite ways to be entertained, media that I consume, which is the thing that I think a lot of us do most often. But what I felt like would be easiest and most concise is just to throw all their names on screen, and then you can go on a journey of discovering some of your new favorite forms of entertainment. When it comes to YouTubers, on this list there is commentary folks, tech YouTubers, beauty folks. There are just so many people on this list, so I bet you if you like YouTube, there is somebody somebody on here who you will enjoy. All their links and like I'll try to make categories will be of course down below. Now moving over to TV shows, I don't watch TV that much. I spend most of my time on YouTube, but when I do, these are the shows that I spend my time watching. Something that I'm trying to do, like my 2020 quarantine activity, is to watch every episode of The Simpsons because it's like my favorite TV show of all time from the very beginning. So I haven't made too much progress with that, but I'm working on it. Okay, next up is podcasts. I like to listen to a lot of just like the same podcasts, but I've been trying to dip my toes into new things. But most of these podcasts are like comedy surrounding adjacent or so, because if I'm listening to folks talk, I would like to be like, most of the content I consume, honestly, is I would rather be like happy or laughing or whatever. It would be something that is funny versus listening to something that is sad and serious. So all of these podcasts, except Cult Leader, are like comedy adjacent. Just as a heads up, Cult Leader is more of true crime. It's not really my thing, but I really like the host. Otherwise, the rest of them are all comedy adjacent. And then finally, we've got music, which I actually made a playlist on Apple Music for. So if you are interested in that, the link will be down below. It's got music from country to pop to jazz to soundtracks to musicals. It's kind of all over the place. So once again, I feel like in all these categories, there will probably be something for everybody. And just like that, that is going to be my 2020 favorites thus far, because there will be things in the last four months? In the last 4 months of this year that I will probably stumble upon, or things that I already own that I'll go, wow, I didn't realize how great that was until now. And I don't know if I mentioned this already, but if you did want to check out any of the things I've linked in the description, some of those links, mainly the Amazon ones, are going to be affiliate links, which means that I get a little commission if you choose to purchase something through that link. It doesn't cost you anything, it's just a way of supporting me. So if you do want to get any of the things I've listed, I would really appreciate it if you use my link, but otherwise you can Google it yourself if that for some reason makes you feel weird about using my link. If y'all enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Like 70% of y'all are not subscribed. What are you doing? You keep coming back. Why are you not subscribed? If you're gonna keep coming back to my channel, just subscribe. It'll make your life easier. It'll make my life easier. It'll just be a really good time. So consider subscribing. And if you've got anything you want to share with me, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below, especially if you like videos like these, or if you have suggestions for future videos. I always love hearing y'all's feedback. Of course, I've got my Patreon and my podcast linked in the description, along with all my social media, as always. And otherwise, that is it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. I appreciate you and your time. It is very valuable. And I hope you stay beautiful, have a marvelous day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!